where electrical and fuel lines were hooked up and final checks were made over the past several days. About 3 hours ago, the four astronauts aboard the Crew Dragon Endeavour completed the first phase of today's galactic twin bill with a relocation from one port on the Harmony module, the forward port of Harmony, to the zenith port of Harmony, as you can see in this replay, as the Crew Dragon Endeavour moved in for a smooth and uneventful link-up to the international docking adapter on the space-facing port of the Harmony module at 6:35 a.m. Central Time. Hooks were closed a few minutes later, and the four astronauts on board the Endeavour, Shane Kimbrough, Megan MacArthur, Aki Hoshide, the ISS commander, and Thomas Pesquet of the European Space Agency opened hatches a couple of hours later and moved back inside the International Space Station. That port relocation earlier this morning now frees up the forward port of the Harmony module for the arrival of the Boeing Starliner spacecraft that is scheduled to make a test flight with a launch from the Cape Canaveral Air Force Station on July 30th and an automated docking to that forward port of Harmony 24 hours later on July 31st. Countdown clocks continue to tick backward towards launch. Less than 20 minutes and 30 seconds from now. All of the preparations have gone very well. The fueling of the rocket was completed several hours ago. The weather down at Baikonur is ideal, not a cloud in the sky. Temperatures 94 degrees Fahrenheit. At the time of launch, at 9:58 and 25 seconds a.m. Central Time, 7:58 and 25 seconds p.m. Baikonur, 30 minutes before sunset, the International Space Station will be traveling 262 miles above the Earth, flying over northeast China. Once Naoka begins its 8-day journey to the International Space Station, a series of other key events will be forthcoming. On Friday, the unpiloted ISS Progress 77 cargo craft, which is currently docked to the Pirs docking compartment on the Earth-facing port of the Russian segment of the International Space Station, will undock and extract the Pirs docking compartment, completing 20 years of service for Pirs to the International Space Station, where it served as both a docking port and an airlock for Russian spacewalks. The engines on the Progress will fire later that day for about 18 minutes or so in a deorbit maneuver that will send the Progress and the Pirs into a fiery reentry into the Earth's atmosphere, where the two spacecraft will burn up over the Pacific Ocean. The Pirs launched back in September of 2001, has been a venerable workhorse for the Russian side of the International Space Station, again serving as a docking port and an airlock for spacewalk activity. Once that undocking takes place, within a few hours after that, the Canadarm2 robotic arm will be positioned to do a very detailed survey with video cameras of the vacated docking port where Pirs has called home for the past 2 decades. That video will be analyzed by Russian flight controllers, and if they see anything untoward, such as debris or something of that nature, consideration could be given as early as this weekend with the approval of the International Space Station program for the 2 cosmonauts on board the station, Oleg Novitsky and Pyotr Dubrov, to conduct a contingency spacewalk next Tuesday, July 27th, to clean that docking port while the Multipurpose Laboratory module is still en route to the International Space Station. The odds of that happening are quite low. We expect that docking port to be clean, but we will be conducting a detailed survey using the Canadarm2 cameras to ensure that the MLM has a clean docking port for which to execute an automated docking on July 29th. Just 17 minutes away from the launch of the Nyoka module. Again, it will take about 9 minutes and 40 seconds for the vehicle to spacecraft to separate from the upper stage or the third stage of the Proton rocket. That will be followed just a few seconds later by the command to unfurl the Nyoka's solar arrays and navigational antennas, and it will be on its way for a long phasing and 8-day rendezvous deliberately designed to allow for the undocking of the Pirs docking compartment, this docking port inspection, and other systems checks of Nyoka while it is en route to the International Space Station. Its docking schedule for
Hey,
July
Chris.
29th.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I was watching the moving of the harmony this morning. My darling son decided to wake up at like 6 o'clock this morning and was moseying around the house.
Once Nyoka reaches the International Space Station, the Russian
Lunch
plan
meat and bread
calls
too.
for
There
up
you go.
to 11 spacewalks beginning in early September to begin the outfitting of this new large module. It's among the largest modules ever launched to the International Space Station, 43 feet long, with a mass of almost 23 and a half tons that will join the International Space Station, again
There it is.
replacing the Pirs docking compartment, whose service to the International Space Station is now complete.
It's a few more minutes, Chris. Maybe 10 minutes, 11 minutes, something like that. It'll be like at 11, maybe a little longer. These are cool. You know, I'm actually shocked I don't see any people walking out there because their rules when it comes to this stuff is crazy.
Inside 15 minutes until launch, the report from Baikonur from the blockhouse is that the Proton M is now on launch mode, as it is called, basically internal power, ready to begin its journey to deliver the multipurpose laboratory module into its preliminary orbit.
I'm actually shocked NASA was covering this one. They normally do not. And commentating, which is pretty cool. But the unbirthing this morning and then the rebirthing was really cool to watch. Thank you, Chris. Very, very cool. We didn't get to see too much because the zenith antenna's like right there and it was turned. So missed a lot, but a lot of good commentating. And then the shots that we did get were pretty cool. I'm like ready to go back to sleep.
Coming up on the T-minus 13-minute mark, about 3 minutes from now, ground controllers at Baikonur will activate the Proton
13 minutes, there you go.
launch abort capability, should that become necessary. And a final poll of the launch conductor down at Baikonur is expected at about the T-minus 5-minute mark.
Shit. I fell asleep on the couch last night. I didn't make it to the bed. And if I would have sat on that couch, I bet I would have fell back to sleep in the next 15 minutes. I'm there like, oh my God, a launch. Let me get up and I'll stream it. So I don't fall back to sleep. Hey, Shirley, how are you?
Again, the exact launch time, 9:58 and 25 seconds a.m. Central Time, 7:58 and 25 seconds p.m. in Baikonur, which will be about 30 minutes before sunset on a cloudless evening.
I'm good. I'm good. I don't think we're gonna be out. I want to go out, but it's already like 96 degrees at 10:47 in the morning. Yeah. 86 feels like 96. 72% humidity. Yuck.
After Nyoka reaches its preliminary orbit, there are two so-called DV burns or delta velocity burns of the MLM's engines that will be
Yeah.
planned later today and two more again tomorrow. Those will be the first four major maneuvers to begin raising the altitude of the new module as it begins its slow climb to reach and match the same orbit as the International Space Station for docking on July 29th.
Hopefully it'll be better, Shirley. But like places north of me and northwest of me and south of me got 6 inches of rain yesterday. We got not a drop. Not a drop. And I got to be at the dealer
Unlike the
today
Soyuz booster
at
that you're familiar
noon. Damn, I
with
forgot
and
about
seen
that. Shoot.
on those launch pads at the Baikonur Cosmodrome, there are no umbilical towers, simply a service structure that was
Yep.
moved away from the Proton M a few hours ago after the fueling and the final systems checks had been completed by launch engineers in Baikonur.
Maybe they'll skirt by like they did the last time, Chris. You can watch them out in the distance while you're playing.
Inside 10 minutes now until launch.
That wasn't this morning. So that's from the other day, the other night, 2 nights ago or something like that, that you commented on. Yeah, Atlanta's always bad. No airflow anywhere. That's why I moved from there. And they have code red days all the time, code orange and code red days. My asthma was so bad when I lived there. Uh, Under 10 minutes now. I wish NASA would put a clock up there. I don't think they have a clock. Hang on. No, no clock. I love the way they launch their rockets. Sometimes you'll see people out there. It's like really crazy how they allow people so close to their.
The report from the blockhouse in Baikonur is that they are now confirming that the Proton M is on autonomous power, ready to begin its flight
Yep,
a little
always
over 8.5
does.
minutes from now.
Always does. None of my friends are complaining, so I guess it's not that bad for them. Yeah, but they're complainers too, so they're Karens. I wonder how my daughter's doing
Everything is in
today.
order in Baikonur. All the reports indicate a smooth countdown. Proton M is ready to begin its mission to deliver the Nyoka Multipurpose Laboratory Module into its preliminary orbit.
I'm so curious if she can back it up yet. No, Dan, she hasn't been able to get it. And she's got to be able to get this for her to move on to other things. Yeah, you got to drink water. The water, 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 water. That's all I can say. You don't drink enough, it will happen. And especially no airflow there. That's why I used to go out early in the morning and late in the evenings. That's the only time I went out.
7 minutes in counting. Everything in readiness.
Yeah, I know she will, but she overthinks it. And then she gets scared. So I told her to just blank it all out. Ah, yeah. See? There you go. Same thing with Morgan drinking alcohol and no water at the park for 2 days and got sick both days. They don't want to believe me. They don't want to listen to me. But it is what it is. I don't force people. I only tell people and educate them.
Once again, at the time of launch, the International Space Station and its 7-person crew will be flying 262 statute miles above the Earth over northeast China. The Proton will arc out to the northeast from its launch pad at the Baikonur Cosmodrome in pursuit for an 8-day journey to reach the international outpost.
Well, Michael, the first day, he wasn't feeling good early on. And I told him, you're not drinking enough water. And then he learned his lesson. He says, that's a horrible feeling. So, and the rest of the time, we just kept getting glasses after glasses of ice water, you know, which are free. Just ask and they'll give it to you. Even if you bring water in with you, like regular room temperature, just go and ask for a large glass of ice. They'll give you a large glass of ice and then you put your own water on it. Yeah, that's how I am. I don't bring my coffee in with me. I drank one, but we were there early and I needed more coffee. And then it was water the rest of the time. I constantly was drinking water.
Coming up on the 4.5 minute mark until launch. Countdown continues flawlessly so far. No issues being
It's
reported
Russian,
from
Jorge. We don't have one. It's Russian. I mean, if I had the Russian stream on, we would have the countdown, but it would be all in Russian. Yo, you're welcome. How are you doing? Yes. Yes, Columbia.
T-minus 4 minutes and counting.
There you go. Now we got a clock. Now we got a clock. It was about time. Oh, and the clock is gone. Come on. NASA, get your shit together. Hang on, everyone. Hang on. We're getting. What the? This is an issue.
3.5 minutes until launch. Again, this is the first time a Proton rocket
What the
with
hell,
a
Paps?
module to the International Space
It's
Station
a very
since the
bad
launch of the
glitch.
service module
And that's
21
yesterday
years ago.
and today. I'm going to send a report, actually.
T-minus 3 minutes and counting.
I got it up. We want the clock, yes. I need a timestamp of when that happened. It is almost sunset there. It's like almost 6 p.m., 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. It's one or the other, Columbia. Awesome. What part of India?
2 minutes and counting. Flight recorders now activated.
Yeah, I don't know if they get the same effect in that part of the world. I think we would need more of a sunset to get the nebula around it. I hear people laughing. You hear that? Maybe. A lot of birds.
And we are now T-minus 1 minute and counting.
It's a big fairing.
T-minus 40 seconds.
I have this thing in my head going, hold, 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 hold. I have no idea why. Oh my Lord.
T-minus 20 seconds, standing by for the initiation of the launch sequence. T-minus 10 seconds.
This one don't have the black clamps around them.
Engine start and liftoff.
Damn, look at that.
Module main science takes flight to the International Space Station.
That's one heavy rocket right there. Yeah.
Stage 1 ignition. Nominal pressure recorded in the 6 first stage engines. 40 seconds into the flight, good stabilization on the vehicle.
Oh, we may get it, Columbia. I don't know.
Coming up on the 1 minute mark into the flight. All engines running normally.
To the International Space Station with the multi-purpose laboratory
Going through the
module.
period of maximum dynamic pressure on the Proton M. Good vehicle performance reported from the blockhouse in Baikonur.
Right? Yeah. That would be cool. That would be cool. Zoom in, guy. Come on. Zoom in on it.
1 minute 45 seconds into the flight. About 20 seconds left for first stage performance.
The Russians, what do you expect? I'm actually shocked for watching it. I honestly.
Second stage ignition.
iPhone, really, I know. Oh, nice.
And first stage separation.
Nice. Oh, look at that separation. Wow, that is cool.
Two minutes, 25 seconds into the flight. Good stabilization on the vehicle. 4 second stage engines up and running. They'll burn for about 3.5 minutes. pitch and roll program reported to have nominal parameters so far as we approach the 3-minute mark into the flight.
Sounds like they're happy.
The Proton tracking right down the line.
It's still there. Look, they're right next to each other. There he goes. It's passing it. It's down below it now. Down below it. 3/4 of the way
flight is
down the
proceeding
screen.
normally, coming up on the 3.5-minute mark into the flight.
That sun, it's all, oh, it's going to go out of the shot here in a second. Unless they're going to catch, oh, just went out of the shot. The rocket's dead center of the screen still. That's crazy. I know, can we get a closer shot, right? It's still dead center. That's just crazy. Just dead center.
4 minutes into the flight, good chamber pressures reported for the 4 second stage engines. About 5 minutes and 40 seconds of powered flight remaining. The altitude and downrange distance matching pre-launch predictions.
Yeah, I have it. I'm watching it actually on the YouTube. It's full screen on theater mode, so I can see
4.5
it.
minutes in, 5 minutes and
Look,
10
they're right
seconds
back
of
at the
powered
launch
flight
pad
remaining.
that quick. Looks like it's going north.
These 4 second stage engines providing more than 500,000 pounds of thrust.
We're about to reach Miko. Wow, we're actually inside Roscosmos Mission Control.
Good vehicle stabilization reported by the launch control team in Baikonur. So far, so good.
Baikonur. Uh-oh, she just messaged me. Uh-oh.
Five and a half minutes into the flight, just over 4 minutes of powered flight remaining.
No, it's going to be used inside by the Russians.
Third stage ignition and second stage separation.
It's a laboratory.
And payload fairing has been jettisoned.
They're adding more science stuff up there.
Just over 6 minutes into the flight, everything is reported to be proceeding in great fashion. The multipurpose laboratory module now being boosted on the final stage of its powered flight through the single RD-212 engine, which will burn for another 3 minutes plus, creating an additional 138,000 pounds of thrust.
Well, we'll see we'll be able to watch the birthing. We know pretty much everything about the laboratory.
Coming up on the 7-minute mark into the flight.
Because they're adding something to it. It's an international project, so that's all
7 minutes in,
open.
2 minutes 40 seconds of powered flight remaining.
They share a lot when it comes to the space stuff. We used to ride with them and everything, so it's very open communications with them when it comes to this. So we should be able to watch the birthing when it births. They're gonna check. They may have a spacewalk before this is attached and births.
7.5 minutes into the flight, everything looking good. Just over 2 minutes of powered flight remaining.
What are you doing? She's got a leaf she's playing with. My Lord. Birth. Birth. What are you doing? Oh, that's a piece of plastic. Do you like
We
it?
just passed the 8-minute mark into the flight.
It's not food.
About another minute and a half to go.
My fingers are not food
Once
either.
the third stage shuts down, there'll be another 12-second firing of vernier engines before spacecraft separation.
Uh-huh.
And then,
Uh-huh.
the command to deploy the Nioka's
You're just thinking
solar
about
arrays and
yesterday's
navigation antennas.
penetration.
All structural parameters on the third stage in great shape. 8 minutes, 40 seconds in, 1 minute of powered flight remaining.
You know, when you get stuck in that mode, you get stuck in that mode. It knows you, Columbia.
9 minutes, 10 seconds into the flight. 30 seconds of powered flight remaining.
That's like me yesterday. I didn't even realize it changed the word. I wrote Jeep, and it put keep. I'm like, what the hell? And you wrote back Jeep, question mark? And then I looked and I said, oh my God.
MLM right on the money so far. 9 minutes, 30 seconds in, standing by for third stage shutdown and spacecraft separation.
I don't want to go to Ford. Should make Jesse go with me. Oh, they'll be ready for me when I get there.
Shutdown and separation.
It's already paid for. Love the animation. Another piece of garbage left in space. Oops, did I say that? You do. Me and this cat are going to have a problem. She's becoming too lovey-dovey. I just don't trust her. Oh,
The multipurpose laboratory module has separated from the third stage. We are standing by for confirmation of deployment.
I'm taking. Look, this is here.
And we now have confirmation of solar array and navigational antenna deployment. All external appendages have been deployed. Nioka en route to the International Space Station.
ASMR for my cat. Okay, you want to see how much of okay, listen to this shit. I said, did you get it? And she says, well, dang, good morning, LOL. Are you talking about my check? I'm like, no. If you are, I don't get paid till 1:30ish. And I said, driving. Oh no, we are doing trip logs and going over, sleeping and off-duty info and etc. I want my money. But I got the info anyway. I'm so bad. So they're not in the truck, they're in the classroom today.
The flight controllers are receiving real-time telemetry from Nioka. The MLM has been placed in a perfect orbit by the Proton M, beginning an 8-day journey to reach an automated docking to to the Earth-facing port of the Russian segment of the International Space Station.
OTR drivers can't back the fuck up. And that's all it comes down to. She's got to pass the test, Columbia. She's got to pass the test here in Florida. So, we'll see. And that's part of it.
Once again, all of the external appendages, meaning the navigational antennas and the solar arrays, as well as the Ioka's docking target, all deployed now. And Ioka well on its way on the first leg of its journey to reach the International Space Station on July 29th.
And the 27th is a walk if needed to
It was
clean.
a flawless countdown and an on-time launch at 9:58 and 25 seconds a.m. Central Time, 7:58 and 25 seconds p.m. Baikonur time.
Yeah, it's opposite, right? All right. You're welcome. Thank you, Shirley. I appreciate you. Yeah, independent. God, I'm tired. Shit. I don't even know what time I fell asleep on the couch last night. I have no idea. Ugh. I wonder how long they're going to keep this on for. It's probably going to end here shortly. But they're inside the Russian control room. I guess they're going to watch as long as they can watch for. Because this normally we don't see. Don't
This is
share
Mission
it.
Control Houston. You're looking at a view of the Russian Mission Control Center outside of Moscow, where flight controllers are breathing a sigh of relief with the Ioka Multipurpose Laboratory Module now in its preliminary orbit, beginning an 8-day journey to reach the International Space Station. There are a number of visiting vehicle comings and goings that we have an animation to show you.
Yeah, this is.
Will be the undocking of the ISS Progress 77 and Piers docking compartment on Friday, followed by the arrival of the new multipurpose laboratory module on July 29th.
And on the 30th.
That sequence of events will also have associated with it the Canadarm2 robotic arms survey of the vacated docking port late Friday following the departure of the Piers docking compartment, which will be deorbited through the engines of the ISS Progress 77 following its undocking on Friday morning. We'll talk more about the times of all of that activity in a minute. That Canadarm2 robotic camera survey will be viewed very carefully by the Russian flight controllers to ensure that the docking port being vacated by Piers in preparation for the arrival of Ioka will be clean, free of debris, anything that would inhibit a smooth automated docking of the new module on July 29th. If they see something untoward, they will discuss this with the ISS program over the weekend and could elect to stage a contingency spacewalk by Oleg Novitsky and Pyotr Gudrov next Tuesday, July 27th, to do a manual cleaning of that docking port should it become necessary, although that is considered a very low probability. In the meantime, the Piers docking compartment and the ISS Progress 77 cargo craft are set to undock from the International Space Station on Friday, now that Nyoka is on its way. Our coverage on Friday will begin at 8:45 a.m. Eastern Time, 7:45 a.m. Central Time, for an undocking. Actually, the time now has been updated to 9:15 a.m. Eastern Time, 8:15 a.m. Central Time, but our coverage will begin on Friday morning at 8:45 a.m. Eastern, 7:45 a.m. Central Time.
8:45.
With the 77 Progress and Piers docking compartment having left the International Space Station, that will set up the actual docking of Nyoka to that same docking port on the Earth-facing side of the Russian segment of the station, with docking scheduled on Thursday, July 29th, 8 days from now, at 8:25 a.m. Central Time, 9:25 a.m. Eastern Time, and you can see our coverage time will start about an hour before Nyoka's scheduled automated docking.
Okay, I got it on my schedule.
To the International Space Station.
I got it on my schedule.
So it's been a busy
Hello,
day,
Raven. How are you?
For the International Space Station. First, the relocation of the Crew Dragon
Hello,
from
Cleveland.
the forward port of the Harmony module to the Zenith port of Harmony, clearing the forward port for the anticipated arrival.
Anticipated.
Of the Boeing Starliner vehicle on its second test flight, scheduled for launch on July 30th from the Cape Canaveral Air Force Station, and a docking to the Harmony module on July 31st. Again, our coverage of the 77 Progress Piers docking compartment undocking from the International Space Station is coming up on Friday, July 23rd, 2 days from now, with our coverage beginning at 7:45 a.m. Central Time,
Oh my
8:45 a.m. Eastern Time, for a undocking at 8:15 Central, 9:15 a.m. Eastern Time. So stay with us all the way for all of the activities at an extraordinarily busy time for the International Space Station. For now, at long last, the Nyoka Multipurpose Laboratory Module safely in its preliminary orbit en route for a docking to the International Space Station on July 29th.
Okay.
Thanks for joining us today. This is Mission Control Houston.
All right. So, hang on, let me, because this is going to start with Earth views. All right. So it's going to be a busy week. In anticipation, we may have a spacewalk too. I don't know. We'll see. I don't have faith on them. Sorry. I have no faith in Boeing anymore. I don't know. That's just me. I have 40 minutes. Let me go wake Jesse up, see if he'll go with me. Damn asshole woke me up at 6 o'clock this morning. Michael asked me where I was going to be streaming it from. And I said, I'm hoping from the 45th, but Heather's never gotten back to me. I may have to email her again. I don't get it. So thank you for subscribing. I don't know why she can't answer emails. She's very bad with it. Jim would have been back to me in 5 minutes. You know, I don't get Heather. She's just so much different when it comes to responding to things and everything like that. So, but we'll see. Today's what? I'll probably, if I don't hear from her by the end of today, I'll email her again tonight. and see what she says. Nate Ryan. Oh, NBC. Yeah, Moonwalk Day. Yep. I seen that. There's a lot of tweets going out about it. Today's National Hot Dog Day. Oh my God. Today is National Hot Dog Day. So glad Jesse's not working. So glad he's not working. But yeah, I wasn't around for that landing. She's eating the plastic again. And yes, I did throw it back on the floor for her. Oh, really? Wow. Did you ever get your bathroom done? I take it you did. Oh, okay. All right, everyone. I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna fall asleep. I'm so tired. Um, but let me get out of here. Let me go wake him up. Let me start moving around. And go out in this extreme ass motherfucking heat. I gotta go walk the dog. I should have went out early this morning, and I'm tired, and I could not fall back to sleep. I was so friggin' pissed. 89 feels like 99, and it's only 11:24, and there's no clouds out there. So it'll be over. We'll be triple digits today. Most definitely took triple digits. Hopefully, we'll get some rain. The rain's already starting on the Tampa coast, so it's headed this way. Yeah, I'll take 77. So it's going to be miserable because the humidity's so high today. The humidity now is 64%. So it's gone down 10% already. But it'll get worse as the rain starts to build up. Dew point is 75. So that says we should get rain. So, but all right, everyone. Have a great day. Peace out. I'll see everyone later.